Hello, this is Rachel again from Baby here. I am coming to you at the beginning of our second week of homeschooling, which is so super cool. Over the weekend, we had a pretty good weekend. My husband and I were actually sick with what my children had last week, but we were able to make it through. The kids didn't. Usually when we're sick and they are well, it's a disaster in the house, but it was not that way this time. So it was really good. We were able to recuperate, and this morning everyone seems to be doing a lot better. I guess my question to the homeschoolers is, how do you separate your me time and your school time? I think that in order for you to be the best teacher and the most effective teacher is for you to actually have time to pull back and not be in your school classroom, even mentally. And that is something I'm having a major challenge with. I am always in my classroom mentally. That's just the way it is. And that's really, really, really not good, because I have to be able to have me time in order for me to recreate myself mentally to go back to doing what I do. So it's been a challenge. If I go out, I don't think that there's ever a time when you stop teaching your children as much as being in the classroom and thinking of lesson plans and thinking of, well, we need to change this curriculum, we need to do this. That's something that I'm having a tough time with. Maybe it's just because it's where I'm just starting with this is what's happening, but I don't want to get into this pattern where I'm obsessing over the school day when in reality everything is already there, it's planned out, the curriculums are in place. I do have one that I want to replace, but I just don't like one of my curriculums that I chose. But anyway, I can't even stop now. Anyway, I just need to learn that balance just so that I can take a step back and have me time. And me time doesn't necessarily have to be without my children as much as just stepping away from the classroom and the planning and everything like that. That's a challenge that I definitely have to work on. Over the weekend, I did, we're going to redo our math facts for 5 minutes before we start any of our math sections or our math boxes. And I usually get a little bit of a sigh when I hand out math sheets, and because it is just repetition. Okay, what is this times that and that times this? It's a lot of repetition. So that tends to bring a sigh on. So what I did on the weekend was I looked for a way to make it so that it wouldn't be that way. And my children actually love the Lego movie. And this is just something that we're using at home. We are not putting it out there, so it's not to say that we're taking anything that doesn't belong to us and selling it. But we are using this little Emmett head, and I just copied it a few times on here. It's just a little clip art. And in Emmett's head, there is a number, and then there's a blank space up here. We are going to fill in the number that we want to multiply by, and then we will multiply by whichever number is on his head, and then put the answers on the line. And I really do think that this is going to make it a little bit easier, because we will just have one little small strip of paper. They just get a few minutes right before they start their math just to do some math facts, just to keep it fresh in their head. And I think that this was going to work out as far as making it more exciting for them. So they love Legos altogether. So we have the Emmett head, and I can't remember this girl's name, but we have this right here. And then we also have another one of the Lego characters. So they will just be able to take one strip, and they will just multiply by whichever number they are multiplying by for that day, just to get that repetition in there so that they have it solid in their heads. So anyway, today we have social studies again, and we have gym. Social studies, we are working on communities, and I'm not really liking the social studies curriculum that I have, but I mean, it is what it is. I guess I could just add a little something to it. I think we will end up getting through it fairly quickly, but at the same time, I know the basics have to be there, so maybe it's just me. Maybe we'll get a little further in and we'll be better. But anyway, that's what we are working on today, and I guess I will see you again soon, okay? But please, if you could leave below just the things that you do to try to make sure that you have your own time and not stay in your classroom even mentally, I would really appreciate any suggestions that you have. I've been getting great suggestions that's been helping me out a lot through my school week and for extracurricular activities. It's been really great, and I really do appreciate it. But if you could just share that with me, I would really appreciate it. So that's all for now. Bye, guys.